Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Kingsblood with me, BringItDon. So the game did not autosave where I hoped it would, so I had to redo a couple things off camera.
Impressive.
And re-recruit that guy. And now we have Ancient Rivalry. What? A dwarf? You say these orcs were hired by a dwarf. They're miles away, but still try to harm our most important business. Find the group behind this attack. The orcs you've beaten up spewed out some information. They meet at a specific spot in the forest during midnight. Teach them a lesson and make them think twice before interfering with our business. Bring our fighters, our healer, and a couple archers.
Masterfully crafted.
Also, the invasion is coming from a different direction this time, and not from down here. I think it specified it was orcs last time. This time, Hodor said it was just mercenaries. That's right, I have to do this too. Alright. Back on track. Oh, it's just the one fight. Alright, fire. We can send him against life. That's light. Life folks here. Light we can send after earth, which is in the back. Alright, we're just gonna cut away front to back. Oh, shoot. I didn't realize I wasn't paying attention. I stared at their health. Even if they go down, Thorben is still cutting through them. Whoops. So attack damage is arguably more valuable than ability power, because it's constantly being used. What do we get? A revive ally, 25% health, a life bolt, and an invulnerability potion. This life bolt deals at least AP magical damage or up to 5% health from a single enemy. Okay. Let's go with the ability power though, because we have a couple folks that need ability power. Alright, so here's the invasion. I don't know how hard it's going to be. We'll bring Hodor. So it said we can't use the people that are active. We'd sent out Rayo, Thorben, Tara, Magnus, and Lyrica, but I can still select them. We have a decent front line with Hodor, so I might just keep it as is and bring Pori along. And this is for him anyway, so it works out. 13, 15. Actually, let's do it this way. We shouldn't need... a trap disarm kit for this. We're not going through a dungeon. Okay, light is good against earth. Don't have any earth. Water should be going after fire. Send him over there. Do you have any life? Storm. You're going after light. Don't have any light, so we'll just put him in the middle. What are you? Earth. Alright, that works out. Alright, get 2. Oh, shucks. Okay, we'll send another group, I guess. That was... not at all what I was expecting. Let's try this again. I think we need the focus potions, because they act as healing potions for the shapeshifters. Alright, see what happens. How about a difficulty curve, right? Oh, okay, they keep the same health. That's convenient. Send our fire guys after this guy. He's gonna leap to us anyway. How many? Yeah, nothing I can do to keep him alive here, unfortunately. Oh wow, she went down before she could shapeshift. That's super inconvenient. Let's go ahead and pop this so he shapeshifts and get his health back. Come on, buddy. Before you go down. Awesome. We only have enough bodies for one more group to be sent after them. I think we have it this time. See, he's attacking from 2 tiles away. Yeah, he has so much health. Man, they're not going to take him out. Man, wasn't expecting that. The invasions are terrifying. Ooh, stun rate plus 1%. Yeah, let's grab that. Oh, what else did we find? I didn't see it.
My lady, may I enter your room?
You mean that prison you locked me into?
We did our best to accommodate you well.
Tell me what you want from me.
You know about your father?
What are you talking about?
My dear Alra, it might surprise you,
I'm
but
sorry.
you are one of the king's daughters.
Cat knocked something
A
on my
bastard,
desk.
I have to say.
How would you know better than myself?
Listen to the following story, and you might understand. There is a divine artifact called Grimdark. It is said to store the soul of Morial, our liberator who separated the shackles of slavery back when the world was ruled by demonic forces. His direct offspring, Those with what we call Kingsblood can channel and reinforce the artifact's power to hold up the big barrier. Only the barrier can protect us from the demonic energies, which are said to still float outside of Arthania. Also, you share the King's blood, as your eyes undoubtedly show.
That does not explain why you keep me here.
My apologies. Anyways, Grimguard seems to elongate the lives of its bearers. It was 13 years ago when the oldest and most beloved son of King Rufus, Berthold, lost his patience. His greed for power grew every day, but the old king would just not die. So one night, he took a dagger and rammed it into his father's back.
Come to the point.
Excuse me. Well, the king survived. His wound healed, but his soul never did. One day after the incident, the king executed his own son. Driven by fear, he became mistrustful to all his children. Shortly after, he ordered all of his siblings to be executed, one head after another. That's why you were hidden. If you would have stayed in Riverum, you would have not survived until today.
But still, I don't understand why I'm here. If the king's forces were ordered to kill our kind, why am I alive? Why didn't you kill me?
You see, the king has been absent from public for years. Grief, fear, and bitterness have driven him into isolation. The whole kingdom is on the verge of breaking apart. The crown, Riverum, is losing its influence. The king's former vassals, Arthania's principalities, start doing what they want. Someone has to retake control. You probably wonder about the sudden appearance of these rotten corpses. I believe the days of the king are counted. As his energy weakens, the bond to Grimguard seems to fade. What do you think will happen when King Rufus finally dies?
I'm afraid the barrier would be gone.
You got it. Either someone restores the bonds to Grimguard, or... There might be another option, but I am not sure if I can entrust this to you yet. Let's talk about this another time.
Right, so what do we get as a reward? Earthwall. Earthwall has half the hit points, armor, and magic resistance of the caster. Cool. Okay, we're celebrated here, so we are done with this. We also have a rare item. Vampiric Axe of the Reaper. 22 attack damage, plus 10% crit rate, and 2% life leech. What do we have at Samson? Steps of Ascension. Ton of Arcanium here. Steps of Ascension is the tallest mountain around north of Mount Arameus. Unfortunately, it is also the root of many attacks on our citizens. Find out who's responsible for these attacks and stop them. We'll appreciate your work. Okay. We just got a little humbled, but we can come back strong here. I want to bring along. Definitely this guy. He needs to heal up. Sorry, heal up. He needs to level up. But I also need to bring a healer. So we'll do that and bring our shapeshifters.
I like honey.
Okay. Alright, well, let's take care of that then. Max speed for Tara. Give him some attack damage.
Have I just gotten even more hairy?
He gets so tanky when he shapeshifts. He needs damage to do something after he transitions. For Rayo, what does he need? A little bit of everything. Let's give him some attack damage. And Thorben, I'm gonna give you some health. That's a full dungeon. Alright. Before you rises a range of jagged peaks so sharp they appear to be holding the sky at knife point. Here in the foothills, giant crags line the trails that twist before you, providing terrifyingly perfect hiding places for both bandit and beast. As if to punctuate this point, a lone howl rings out from one of the mountainsides, perhaps a warning cry alerting other predators to your presence. Alright, found a healing fountain. We're gonna obviously just skip that. Chiseled into the side of a cliff face is a roughly hewn rectangle at the center of which is a single hole from which pours crystal clear water. A few words are etched above it on one side, half of them lined with gold filigree, but it's clearly a sentence left unfinished. It's like someone attempted to create a proper fountain, but gave up halfway through. It doesn't make the water any less drinkable, however. I actually have to do something here? Steal the gold. 228 gold is a lot, because I think once we finish a dungeon, it's usually like 200 to 220. I've seen this before. Let's go ahead and fight them.
Up in the mountains and so close to the skies, I can feel the electricity tickling in the air.
Yep, he likes it up here. Okay, so we have Earth. I don't see any storm there. We have Fire, who should be going up against Life. Light. Might scoot him back. Smidge. Their Earth is in the back. Okay. That'll do.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Alright, on to the next fight. Same description as the last one. I've only really been paying attention to how this benefits me offensively. I haven't been paying attention to weaknesses. But I think we're fine either way. Alright, agitated squeaking as you approach what seems to be the remains of an unfortunate adventurer group. Alright, so Earth is against, good against shock. Fire is good against life. Light is good against storm. Let's keep these two back here, I guess. Let's go back this way. Your elders always told you, look behind the waterfalls. And what happened? You did. Just found a treasure chest. What a coincidence. Movement speed +4. Alright, more agitated squeaking. Alright, no storm. But we do have life over here, so make sure he goes after him. Like so. Light. That. Alright, get to it. He almost went down. I was hoping to get that heal off before we wrapped up the fight. Fortunately, not the case. Water trap, and I don't have any disarm kits. That sucks. Alright, hot spring. The cutting winds from nearby peaks instantly become soft, warm breezes. Conifers bearing strange, sigil-etched pine cones surround the spring in seclusion. You have a vague impulse to ease in slowly to soothe your sore muscles. Okay, so the rest of the description is the same as the last water trap, or the last hot spring. But this here is unique. Alright, activate it. So she might go down here. Oh, so close. Whew. Shame I can't use potions between encounters. Alright, covered by large boulders, you find a wooden chest. Finders keepers. More movement speed. I just don't think that's going to be a very valuable stat. It will be when it's paired with other bonuses. Because if you start someone in the second or third row back, it's melee, they can run in faster, while your front line is still taking aggro. So there's a... I see the use, but not if that's all the item provides. Awesome, a healing fountain. We needed that very badly for Fenya. A crude fountain of gravel and basalt rests at the end of a particularly harrowing mountain pass. Water bubbles and gurgles from the mouth of an ogre skull, which had been placed unceremoniously at the fountain's center. A few gold chains and necklaces, perhaps offered as tribute, hang from the skull's eye sockets. Alright, a stumpy dwarf. Same description as the other stumpy dwarves. Alright, let's do it. Wait, did the description change there? When I clicked fight? I think it did. Alright, so we don't want water fighting this guy. Then earth we want over here. Ideally going after him. Light is good against storm. I'm just gonna pop this and that. Oh wow. Yeah, I didn't realize this was experience. I thought it was a bar that represented how much damage they dealt. But it was the experience tab. I guess that also makes sense. No one was close to his damage. Cool. In that case, let's grab some more ability power. I forgot to look at the consumables that we got. But that's easily rectified by going over here. More revive stuff. Yeah, archers don't need the movement speed. Alright, let's not worry about that right now. Reputation, we get 20 herbs each turn, which is 2 healing potions each turn. Looks like we're going to unlock a chef next. Which makes sense, they did say the halflings, and this is a halfling village. Renowned for their chefs. Another stone giant. Avalanche. It is a catastrophe. Yesterday, when we came back to our local ore mine close to the north of Greenwood Shire, this mountain of a creature had started eating the insides of it. Alright, we've read this description as well. The only thing that changed is the location. So we want all the fire damage we can bring. And healing. Never go wrong with healing. 2017. One. This would be good on Thorben, I think. Give that to him. Move speed. Not gonna give it to the archers, they don't move around. So. Alright, can unlock a new city. Your followers have unspent skill points. Oh, we can do a new recipe. Okay. Grab chain lightning here. Him up as well. We have the attack speed. I just want to go after the blue nodes here. I guess attack damage. For Fenya, I guess attack damage. I'm not going to unlock a new city yet. I think we'll save that. Actually, let's go and do that. We'll keep going westward, I think. So, Middlestead is next. Middlestead is a highly fortified, very important trading center located at the eastern front of Westla. Walking its streets, one may remark upon the old masonry and timber-framed houses that make up a majority of the city's architecture. Some say that Middlestead is a hotbed of subversion and treachery, where schemers plot their rebellious activities within Arthania. Riverham has many troops stationed here in order to have a chilling effect on this treasonous discourse. Okay, this faction doesn't unlock any followers. Alright, revive ally, health potion, some gold. I'll grab the 11 armor.
Norano told me you wanted to talk.
Sit down.
I prefer standing.
Fine. If that is your wish, so be it. Tell me, Aura, do you love our kingdom?
Couldn't care less.
Disappointing, but I expected as much. See, that's the difference between the two of us. I used to love Arthania, but now I cannot bear the state into which our once noble kingdom has fallen into.
I still don't understand what you want from me.
Norano told me he spoke with you about your father. He was once a great leader who ruled with an iron fist.
And then he went crazy and murdered all of our kind.
Indeed. And that has been the only thing in his mind for the last 13 years. The once obedient principalities sense his weakness. They strive for sovereignty. It is only a matter of time before the principalities reach for the crown.
But isn't the crown destined for those with royal blood? Why would anyone try to steal the crown if they're not capable to fulfill their duty and uphold the barrier?
You're right. Only Kingsbloods are fit to rule. But as you yourself should know, Rufus isn't the only one that has the power. Those who still could fled Riverum and went into hiding. They probably crave for revenge after years of exile.
So that is what you're afraid of.
I am not afraid of anything. The Council of Eldest already granted me full control over our royal armies. Everything is in preparation, but we will need a strong leader after everything is cleansed.
Do I understand you right, that you ask me to be the Queen of Arthania after my father dies?
I would never crawl to anyone and beg. I offer you a chance to earn the crown. Earn it by showing that you deserve to be a leader. That is what I offer you.
Earn it? But I don't even want it.
That is what all of them said at first. If you refuse my offer, you will be executed. If you accept, you will have to compete.
Compete? Against whom?
Bring them in.
My lord.
At your service, my lord.
It's a big guy. Okay. Nothing out of Samson right now. We're almost trusted. No, sorry, almost respected. Okay. What next? I guess we go up this way. Attack damage and get the increased ability power. Then an archer, more attack speed. Everyone? Okay. Well, I would grab the next quest and go about our way, but... Oh, a red one. Okay, so it does go above orange. That's really good. Initial shield, magic resist, and ability power. But it's also 37,000 gold, which we aren't even close to. So... focus regen, I think, will be really good on the shapeshifters. Be a while before we can do anything with that. So, it doesn't matter what I do next because the game's going to autosave. I'll have to redo everything at the outset of next episode anyway. Alright, there's something there we can talk to. So, I'm going to call it here. Next time, I guess we'll do the quest for Gila Shawl if it's still there. It might go away and we have to do one for Daredalor or Samson or something. But we'll see. We'll also speak to whoever is right there. But for now, thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one.